If you turn this video off, please tell me what the reason was so that I can improve. Otherwise, I'm welcome. I'm trying to learn international studies, today Mozambique, and after we've done that, we're gonna do neck stretching. And if you participate in the neck stretching, then it's very honest. Now this is part 4, I think, of Mozambique, and we're still trying to prepare a presentation out of all these informations here, so to be able to say a little presentation about Mozambique. Now, we had already that Mozambique was until 1975 the last southeastern African colony of a European country, of Portugal, 1975 no longer. It has a 300 kilometers wide coastal plain area through which rivers go, and they can heavily flood because it is so plain, this area. And this terrain is first and foremost in the Namuli Mountains, 150 centimeters a year. The Namuli Mountains, they are Namuli Mountains. They're in the north, by Malawi. And we're basically doing that. We're trying to get the information together, memorize them, so that we're able to say them out of memory. Okay, the Namuli Mountains. We're not going to say it so detailed. Just where is rainfall in the more land inwards mountain regions, which are in the north, the Nyasa Highlands, following the mountains still from Tanzania down, the Nyasa Highlands, and the Western Highlands, named them. Western Highlands from the Rhodesian uplands, the other country on the side. But in the middle is the Lake Malawi. Maybe we're going to save it as a little geography at the beginning, but it's good. We're going to save the whole geography thing at the beginning. There's Mozambique, Southeast Africa, and the north is Tanzania. And then there's the Lake Malawi beside it. Also Malawi is from there. And then Zambia is also for a little part there. And then Rhodesia, and then South Africa, and the landlocked Swaziland is inside South Africa. It has a tropical climate, and there are mangrove forests at the rivers come into the sea, at the deltas. Anything else? What do we say to the mountains? We're going to just say that there can be thundery raining, so that we explain the thing with the rivers and the plain fields. And that will be then the Nyasa Highlands in the north, maybe Namuli Mountains, a bit more south by Malawi, and the Western Highlands just. Okay, basically it's Namuli Mountain and Nyasa Highlands and Western Highlands. I think that was what we had. Maybe we're going to say there is a rich wildlife with elephants, lions, and leopards. And was anything else here? Mostly savanna with, what was it? With sometimes woods and a lot of grass, and then other times a lot of grass with a lot of wood. It varies from open grassland with scattered trees in higher areas to thickly wooded grasslands. So both times grassland, one times scattered trees, the other time thickly wooded. Lowland, the soil is sometimes fertile alluviums, other times it is barren sand. Okay. The next thing, economy. 88% are farmers. The information is from 1978. The book is from 1978. And 88% are farmers, and most of them on a substantial life basis. 80% of the exports are farm products. There are coal mines at the Teat region, so let's say the two. Then between Malawi, Zambia, and Rhodesia, there is the Teat region. It's a city. Teat seems to be a city. The city Teat, and there's also the Cobra Bessa Dam. And the Teat region, there's coal mined to make electricity, but there's also the Cobra Bessa Dam at this lake there. It's not named. It's a not named lake. And there's electricity generated for the processing industry in the cities. Okay, but that's all it said. The processing industry in the cities. Especially Maputo and Beira. We need to have these two countries also. So Maputo is very much in the south. The whole size. It has a size of around 400 kilometers width and around 3,000 length. I can't get it from the map completely. We have a size here, 800,000 square kilometers. But I don't think if there are people who can conceptualize a size number, 800,000 square kilometers. Maybe if I have comparison, but I think 400 kilometers times 3,000 is way better for people to know what country is. and Cobra Bessadam near Tate. And we're having the cities Maputo and Beira. And also do we name another one with a railway? 1/6 is only from Mozambique itself, the rest is from South Africa and Swaziland. Beira. From Zaire. Where's Zaire? I don't think Zaire is a country. I would know it. Okay, Zaire and Swaziland. But I think that's too complicated. Beira. Beira handles exports from Zaire and landlocked Zambia and Malawi. Zambia is a bit more north and Malawi also, and Bahia. Okay, Maputo handles from Swaziland and South Africa, and Beira, more in the north and the middle, handles from Zambia and Malawi. Zambia and Malawi. So there's Zambia and Malawi. So we're in Tanzania, then Malawi, Zambia, always forgets Zambia, and then Rhodesia, and then South Africa with landlocked Swaziland. And there's Maputo and Beira in the middle. There is Tate, with a lake with the Cobra Bessadam, in the north Nyassa Highlands and Namuli Mountain. Namuli is the mountain, Namuli the mountain, Nyassa Mountains. The people speak the Bantu language, and 9% are Muslims, 11% Christians, the rest having other religions. And the first Europeans were Vasco da Gama, who came there in 1500. No, when did he come? It was a little bit earlier, I think. It was South Africa. I'm confusing some datas. Vasco da Gama. Portuguese influence began in 1498. 1498, when Vasco da Gama visited Mozambique. So Vasco da Gama, I think he was also in South Africa. In South Africa and then in Mozambique. Vasco da Gama influence began in 1498, when Vasco da Gama visited Mozambique. Colonization began in 1505, and for the next 200 years, forts at Mozambique Island, Nova Sofala and Quelimane provisioned ships sailing between Portugal and South Asia. Okay, the islands, not on the map, but the islands would be, where is it? Nova Sofala, that is not an island on the map, it's a town on the map. Let's see it again. At Mozambique Island. Colonization began in 1505, and for the next 200 years, forts at Mozambique Island, Mozambique Channel, at Mozambique, where is it? Mozambique Island, Nova Sofala and Quelimane, provision ships sailing between Portugal and South Asia. Okay. Nyassa Mountains, Namuli, Nyassa, Namuli, and our cities are Maputo and Beira, and Tate, and the Cobra Bessadam. The countries have them, and now the lakes would be the Nova Sofala, the town Nova Sofala, at Nova Sofala and Quelimane. In the middle, Nova Sofala, so Quelimane, Beira, and Nova Sofala. The area declined after Portugal lost most of its Asian empire in the 18th century. But in the 18th century, these provisioning of ships were got back or declined because Portugal had less colonies in Asia. After the Second World War, African nationalists demanded independence. Okay, after the Second World War, more people out loud demanded independence, and from 1950s to 1970s, 1964, from 1964 until 1974, there was a guerrilla war from people who wanted self-governance against the Portuguese troops. In 1975, Mozambique became independent from Portugal, and to the rest of the book is from 1978, so just at the time. So we're just going to say, and also after the independence, the people in Mozambique are supporting also in other African countries independence. The next year, Machel, the president, or at the time, declared his country's opposition to European rule in Rhodesia. He closed the border and declared a state of war. Both Mozambique and Rhodesian forces raided across the border. I haven't even understood it last time. Okay, Rhodesia. Now I understand something. Transit trade plays a large part in Mozambique's economy. Only 1/6 of the goods exported from Maputo comes from Mozambique. The rest comes from South Africa and landlocked Swaziland. Beira handles exports from Zaire and landlocked Zambia and Malawi. Rhodesia is not named, and probably this is the case because in 1978 there was a war, more or less a war or conflict between Mozambique and Rhodesia. That means we're going to stay away from this very much detailed information. They are probably out of date. Okay, we have all information together. One little thing more. We're going to save the length. So 3,000 kilometers north to south and 400 west to east. If it's 2,500, I can calculate. It's not that important. We have to have around 3,000. We could then say 800,000 square kilometers. Population 10 million in 1976. So what is that worth? I don't know. The data, what is the data worth? The estimation from 1976. Capital is Maputo. We're going to say where's Nampula? In the north. It's a bit too much. Nampula. We have Beira, and I think that is already enough. I don't think in a 2-minute presentation people were able to remember Kelimani and also Nova Sofala. But I want to say Nova Sofala. So, Nova Sofala and Kelimani. Bantu speaking, do what people do. Chief farm products: cashew nuts, cassava, coconuts, cotton, maize, rice, sisal, sugar, tea, tobacco. It's maybe also a bit out of date, but for agriculture it could be still completely right. Major minerals: coal and gold. And there was something said about iron. Maybe the next time. Major exports, we're going to stage just there. Cashew nuts, cotton, sugar, tea, copper. I don't know what it is, copper. Imports: machinery, vehicles, crude and semi-refined iron, crude oil, cotton, textiles. Okay, we don't have time left to do the presentation right now. It means we're having another opportunity to get the information even better together the next time. But for now, that was the international studies part. We're going to come back and then we're going to do the presentation and get the information even a bit better. That was the international studies part. If you were here for international studies, you can go directly to the next part of international studies. To Mozambique. If you stay here and participate in the Neckstretching, that is video almost. The feet is having only a little time. The legs are standing shoulder wide apart and the breathing in and lifting the arms up, and the reach with the fingertips as far as you can to the sides, the hydro tower. So reach, breathe slowly and reach as far as you can. And out, reach as far as you can, slowly down. Now in front, reach as far in front as you can. And up again, reach as high up as you can, reach with the fingertips and back, reach as far as you can. Now, have the feet together, arms up to the side and circle a bit around. Into the other direction. Now, legs again, shoulders wide apart. Breathe again in, shoulders back, tall up. And breathe out and bring the head over to the side, only as far as it goes. Breathe again in. And out the chin down onto the clavicle. Breathe and lift the gaze. And turn the head over to the other side. Breathe again in, tall up, shoulders back, and out, chin down onto the clavicle. Back in, head up, back into the middle, out to the other side. Breathe again in, and out and circle the head over. Breathe again in, and out and circle it back, and back into the middle. Breathe and lift the arms up, and breathe again out and draw the shoulder blades together. In and up, out again, back. Intertwine the fingers, reach high, breathe in. Breathe out, reach and come out of the back. In and up, out across the other way around. Breathe and reach high. And breathe out, reach and come out of the back. In and up, Out, leave with long arms back. In and up. Out and back. In and up. Out and the arms down. Breathe in with the arms up. And out and down. Again, in and up. Bring the hands to touch and lower the hands down. Now it was a short neck stretching, but I thank you very much and